Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about OGIVE and mode. We have in statistics we have already uploaded two videos. In the last two videos we have discussed about mean in the first one, and in the second one we have discussed about median. Today we will be discussing, as we have told earlier, that today we will be discussing about OGIVE. First we will discuss about OGIVE and then we will go to mode. This will be the last video related to statistics. By seeing this video, I think you will be able to cover up all the sums, all the exercises, whichever is given in your book. So let's start with this video. First, I will repeat it once again, that first we will start with OGIVE, then after that we will go to mode. In case of OGIVE, we need to know what do we mean by OGIVE. So আমরা দেখেছি যে in case of calculation of mean or median, we have found that there is a term called cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency can be calculated in two ways, that is of less than type, and another one is greater than type. Greater than type and less than type, these are the two types of cumulative frequencies that can be calculated, that we have already seen. Now in order to calculate, or in order to know the concept about the OGIVE, we need to know about this cumulative frequency. When the cumulative frequencies of any type, that is of less than type or of greater than type, whenever it is placed on a graph according to the class mark or the range of the class, then it will be called as OGIVE. So I'll repeat it once again, that what is an OGIVE? OGIVE is the graphical representation of the cumulative frequency of any type, that is of less than type, that could be of less than type, or that could be of greater than type. So we'll take one example and we'll try to understand that how to plot. For this purpose, we'll just take one example and we'll calculate for less than type and calculate for more than type or greater than type. In both the cases, what is the difference we'll see, and then we'll plot it in a graph, so that it will be easier to understand and it will be easier for you to solve the problems. So let's start with the example first. So we'll give the heading as OGIVE. So we'll take one example, that is, it is given like this: 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. Let's write it from here: 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. These are the classes which are given, and I'll write the frequencies right now: 7, 10, 23, 50, 6, 4. So these are the classes and these are the frequencies which was given in the question paper. So now we need to draw the OGIVE. First we'll draw the OGIVE for the less than type. So in order to do that, we'll just write the class here and less than type. So we'll just write it not like this, we'll just write it like this. We'll take that less than 10. First we'll write less than 10, then less than 20, then less than 30, 40, 50, 60. Just try to understand that in order to write the less than type of cumulative frequency, then we have to take the upper limit first, the upper limit of the first class, that is less than 10. We have not written less than 0 because there is no value which contains contains the class of less than 0. So we have to start from this one. So less than 10, just try to understand by the logic that less than 10, how many values are there? 7. Definitely there are 7 values. Now we'll have to calculate less than 20. Less than 20 means what? Less than 20 means the values which are less than 20. So 10 is also a value which is less than 20, so we need to add these two. So it will be 17. Now less than 30, it will be 17 plus 23, because this is this plus this plus this. This is how it works. So 23 plus 7, 30, plus 10, 40. Now for less than 40, we have to add this, 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 and this. So 50 plus 40, that will be 90. So for this one, it will be 96. And for this, it will be 100. So So this is the less than frequency, less than type of frequency, whatever we have received, whatever we have calculated from the given data. Now, in order to plot it in a graph, we need to do like this. Just try to understand. In x-axis, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. In the x-axis, we'll just plot the less than type, but that means the classes, the range of the classes, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So it will be, we'll just take shorter one, so it will fit 10, 20, let it be 30, 40, 50 and 60. And in the y-axis, we'll take the frequencies. So let us take the frequencies as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and let this be 100. So we'll just plot the frequencies, the values. First, for less than 10, it is 7. So where the 7 is, somewhere around this. Now for 20, it is 17, somewhere around this. For 30, it is 40. So it will be like this. So for 40, it is for 40 less than 40, it is 90. So it will be here only. Now for 50, we will plot it in a graph paper, so you will get the exact values, exact points. So 50, less than 50, it will be 96, somewhere around this, and for 60, it is 100. It will be 100. So now you just join these points. Join these points. So this is the ogive. This is only the ogive of less than type. Ogive of less than type. So what is the basic need to find the ogive? What is the basic need? মানে ogive বের করে লাভ কি? ogive কেন বের করা হবে? So in order to understand what is the need of an ogive, we have to do further calculations. What is the calculation? In case of median, we have seen that the median means the mid value. Mid value means the frequency, the number of whatever frequency was there, we have to divide it by 2 if it is an even number, and here the frequency is an even number, so it will divide it by 2, so it will be 50. So 50 is the value of this frequency, and we can easily find the respective value of the class like this. If you draw the line, if you extend this one like this, and if you draw a perpendicular from this point to this axis, this x-axis, positive side of the x-axis, then you will definitely get the value of the class. That is your median. That is your median. I'll repeat it once again. What is the benefit of drawing an ogive? By drawing an ogive, we can directly find the median. By drawing less than type, by drawing greater than type, anyone, or buying both, or drawing both. We'll see all of them. So first, we have drawn the less than type. In case of less than type, we have to find out the mid value of the frequency, that is 50 here. Now from 50, just connect the 50 on the ogive and draw the perpendicular line from that point to the x-axis. Whatever value you get on the x-axis, that will be the median. So this is the benefit of the ogive. So please note it down so that it will be helpful. Now we'll move to the next one, that is greater than type with the same values. So we'll move to the next one, that is greater than type with the same values. So greater than, we'll write greater than 0. Just try to understand. In case of less than, we have written less than 10, but in case of greater than, we are writing greater than 0. Then we'll go for greater than 10, greater than 20, greater than 30, greater than 40, greater than 50, greater than 60. Okay. So In this we have to write that less than 0, greater than 0, all the values are greater than 0. So it will be 100. Now it will be 93, it will be 83, it will be 60, it will be 10, it will be 4, it will be 0. Right. So this is how it works. So in case of greater than, we have to start with the lower limit, or in case of lesser than, we have to start with the upper limit. So this is a basic concept. Now if we plot the same in the graph, I don't think that it will be needed to you to show it again. Just plot the graph and plot the points, and we'll get something like this, something like this. So this will be the greater than type OGIVE for the given frequencies or given data. Now from greater than type of OGIVE, you can easily find the values. You can easily see that the graph is moving from up to down, and in case of lesser than type, it will go from down to up. So this is the basic logic. Now in order to find the median in exact, if we do both the calculations, that is greater than type and lesser than type, and plot the graphs, we'll see once again that in case of greater than type or lesser than type, we'll write both the types. Less than 10, less than 20, we just write less than 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. Less than 10 was 7, then it was 17, then it was 40, and then it was 90, 96, 100. So it was like this. And in case of greater than 0, it was 7, greater than 0 it was 100, greater than 10 it was 93, greater than 20 it was 83, greater than 30 it was 60, greater than 40 it was 10, greater than 50 it was 4, and greater than 50 it was 4, and greater than 60 it was 0. So this is how the frequency of both the types, that is less than and greater than type, was. Now we have to plot both the type of frequencies here. So we'll plot it one by one after another, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. Then we'll plot it like this: 10, it will be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Now we'll plot the values, that is 7 on 10. On 10 we're getting 7, somewhere around this. In 20 we're getting 17, somewhere around this. In 30 we're getting 40, so it will be like this. Now 40, for 40 we're getting 90, exactly 90, this is the value. Now for 50 we're getting 96, that is somewhere around this. And for 60 we're getting 100, right? So this is like this. So this will join these points by ruler, by scale. This is the less than type OGIVE. We have already seen this one, and we'll now draw the greater than type OGIVE. Greater than type of OGIVE, that is greater than 0. So for 0 it will be 100. For 0 it is 100. So this is the point. Just see that it is starting from the upward direction and it will go to the downward thing. So for 10 it is 93. For 10 it is 93, somewhere around this. For 20 it is 83, so it will be like this. For 30 it will be 60. For 30 it will be 60. So for 30 it will be 60. For 40 it will be 10. For 40 it will be 10. Just 10. For 50 it will be 4. Somewhere around this, and this is 0. So it will just join these points. See, These two curves, this is the greater than type of ogive, and this is the lesser than. This is the greater than type. This is the lesser than type. Just try to understand that these two curves, which is one of which is greater than type and another one is lesser than type, these two curves are intersecting each other at a point, this point, at this point. Now, if we calculate, if we draw a perpendicular line from this point to the x-axis, then we can easily find the median. So, this is how ogive is effective in case of calculating the median. That is the basic concept behind the ogive. Please note it down for the purpose of solving the problem. The main types of problems are of these three types only. First, you have to calculate your ogive, you have to draw your ogive of lesser than type, or you have to draw your ogive by greater than type, or you have to draw your ogive by both lesser than and greater than, and from there you have to find the median. These are the three types of sums which you will come across in your exercises. So please note it down so that we can move to the next one, that is mode. So the next topic, that is the last topic to be discussed in the chapter statistics, that is mode. In class 9, we have already came across the name of mode. What is a mode? Mode means the frequency of which element is the highest. That means what? That means the element which has the highest occurrence, মানে যেটা সবথেকে বেশিবার প্রেজেন্ট রয়েছে পুরো ডেটাটার মধ্যে, সবথেকে বেশিবার যার অকারেন্সটা রয়েছে, যে তা সেটাকেই বলছে মোড। মানে ধরো যাক একটা ক্লাসের মধ্যে 30 জন স্টুডেন্ট আছে, এখন 30 জন স্টুডেন্টের মধ্যে যদি আমরা দেখি যে একটা সাবজেক্টের মার্কস ধরো সাপোজ একটা 30 মার্কসের একটা কোনো এক্সাম হয়েছিল, ইন দ্যাট এক্সাম সাপোজ 21 or 22 let 22 be the marks which has been obtained by 28 students. So this will be the mode of the class, mode of the number, because maximum number of students has obtained 22. That is why the mode is 22. That means, I'll repeat it once again, the maximum number of occurrence of the element within the data, যেটা সব থেকে বেশিবার থাকবে সেটাকেই বলবো হচ্ছে মোড। তো আমরা আনগ্রুপড ফ্রিকোয়েন্সির ক্ষেত্রে, in case of ungrouped frequency we have calculated mode just like that, which has the highest frequency, যেটা সব থেকে বেশিবার প্রেজেন্ট আছে, we have directly said that it will be the mode of this particular data. But in case of grouped frequency, how to calculate mode, we have to see this. So in order to calculate the mode, we need to learn a formula. Formula means this one. Mode can be calculated as MO, you can write it like this, that is L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2 into F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So I'll write that what is L, what these things are, these variables stands for. L for lower limit of the model class. F1, sorry, F, we'll start from F0. F0 is the frequency of the model class. F1 is the frequency of the class next to the model class, sorry, I'm just doing a mistake. F1 is the frequency of the model class, F0 is the frequency of the class, F2 is the frequency of the class next to the model class, and F0 is the frequency of the class previous of the model class, and H is the class length or length of the class. Now I'll make you understand that what these variables are used for. Now L is the first we need to find. We can easily see that we in the first explanation we have used a term called model class. We have used the term called model class. What is a model class? The class which contains the mode. The class which contains the mode. Now how to find that? We'll discuss. That means in order to find the model class, you need to know that the frequency, the class which has the highest frequency, that will be the model class. That's a simple thing. Now after finding the model class, we can easily find the lower limit of the model class. The class has the class which contains the mode, the lower limit of that particular class. So it is easier to find. Then F1. F1 is the frequency of that particular model class. F0 is the frequency previous to the model class, and F2 will be the frequency after the model class or the next to the model class. So, and H is the class length. We'll take one example and so that it will be easier for you to understand. So please note it down, this formula and the explanations of these variables, the terms which are used in this formula. So we'll start with an example. The same example which we have used for OGIVE, we'll take the same one. It is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. So in frequency, we'll write down the frequency 7, 10, 23, 50, 6, and 4. So in case of calculating mode, first we need to find the model class, otherwise we cannot proceed. So in order to find the model class, we have to go, see through the question given or the problem given. What is the problem here? This is the problem where the classes ranges from 0 to 60, and these are the frequencies which we have got from this problem. Now just see which class has the highest frequency. Which class has the highest frequency? It is easily we can find that this is the class which is having the highest frequency, because the frequency of this class is 50 and other class is lesser than 50. So this is our model class. So this is our model class. So model class is 30 to 40. Now we have to find, we'll write the formula M0 or M0, not M0, that is MO for mode, L plus, it was F1 minus F0 divided by 2 into F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. This was the formula. Now L, what is the value of L here? L is the lower limit of the model class, that is lower limit 30. Next, F1, frequency of the model class, that is 50. Frequency of the class preceding the model class, that is F0, that means 23. মানে model class এর আগের class যেটা আছে তার frequency কত, that is 23. And F2, that is the frequency of the class exceeding the model class or the next to the model class, মানে model class এর পরের ক্লাসটার frequency কত, সেটা হচ্ছে 6 here. And H, that is the class length. Just go through all the classes, the class length is 10 only. So H is equals to 10. Now we'll put all the values here so that we can easily find the mode of the given problem, for the given problem. So it will be 30 plus F1 minus F0, that is 50 minus 23 divided by 2 into that will be 50 minus 23 minus 6. Now rest the calculation you can easily find out. By calculation you can easily find out the mode. This is how mode can be calculated. So in some problems, this is a type of problem, most of the problems will be like this only, but in some problems you will face some problems, some different type of situations, like these frequencies are given somewhere in cumulative way, that means in a greater than type or in a lesser than type. So in order to solve those kind of problems, you have to convert those frequencies into normal frequencies, because we have no use of cumulative frequency in order to calculate mode. There is no use, no formula in the formula of the mode. There is no use of any cumulative frequency. So in order to calculate mode, we have to use the normal frequency only. So this is how we can calculate mode. So this is all for today. So by seeing this video, you will be able to understand, I think you will be able to understand the concept of OGIVE and the concept of mode. And we have discussed the types of problems which you will find in your exercises. So try to understand the concept whichever has been discussed in this video and try to solve the exercise by seeing this concept. So this is all for now. This is the last video related to statistics. So hope it was helpful. Thank you.